story out of Bali. It's about a community that built its entire way of life around a single promise, not to a person, but to something most of us would never ever see. Get this. Before they build anything at all, this is the one question they ask. It's not, what's our ROI or how quickly can we get this done? Nope. It's, will the nymph be happy here? It's a totally radical starting point, and believe me, it changes absolutely everything. You see, this community's whole idea of success is just flipped completely on its head. It's not about what you can take from the environment. It's about what you can give back, what you can amplify to make it more vibrant, more alive. And that philosophy, it's the key to understanding why that strange little question is so powerful. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this promise. This covenant, this agreement, is made with a very specific and, mostly invisible partner. We've all seen a dragonfly, right? That shimmering, amazing little acrobat zipping through the air. But that's just the final flashy chapter of its life. The real story, the one this entire covenant is about, it all happens underwater, where it spends months, sometimes even years, in a totally different form. And here it is, the dragonfly nymph, also called a naiad. This is the creature right at the very heart of the covenant. It's not just some bug in the water. It's a living, breathing certification. It's the partner whose well-being is the ultimate final measure of the whole ecosystem's health. So how does a tiny little insect become the ultimate auditor? Well, it's because this creature is an absolutely incorruptible truth-teller. It holds the entire system to a standard that no human agency ever could. And this right here gets to the core of it. The nymph is biologically incapable of tolerating anything less than perfection. You can't trick it. It can't just get used to a little bit of pollution. If the conditions aren't perfect, it simply isn't there. End of story. And its demands are completely non-negotiable. First, you've got purity. We're talking 0 synthetic chemicals, only fresh spring water. Second, oxygen. The water has to be highly oxygenated, which means it has to be constantly moving. And third, and this is so important, complexity. This isn't just about clean water. It's about living water with a fully functioning food web. So to meet that oxygen demand, the system is designed to flow at a rate of about 7 to 8 cubic meters per hour. This constant movement not only keeps the nymphs totally happy, but it has this fantastic side effect. It prevents stagnant water, which is exactly where mosquitoes love to breed. So problem solved just by design. You see, the goal here isn't to create a sterile swimming pool that's clear because you dumped a bunch of chemicals in it. The goal is to nurture this complex, self-regulating community that achieves its clarity through biological intelligence. It's literally life creating the perfect conditions for more life. But the nymph isn't just a passive witness to all this. Oh no, it is an active participant. It's a tiny, ferocious predator that plays this huge role in keeping the whole system in balance. In this system, which has no fish, the nymph becomes the apex micropredator. And it doesn't just wipe these other creatures out, it regulates them. It keeps the zooplankton in check, manages the shrimp populations, and even controls how many tadpoles make it. It's a master of ecological balance. And the visible result of all this invisible work? Well, most of the time, it's crystal clear water. But that clarity isn't just for looks, it's the signature of a balanced, resilient, and super healthy ecosystem where the nymph is doing its job perfectly. So this brings us to a really interesting and maybe kind of counterintuitive design choice that is absolutely central to making this whole covenant work in the first place. It seems like a natural question, right? You've got a pond, you put some fish in it. But in this system, well, that would be a catastrophic mistake. And the reason is pretty simple. Fish would just destroy the entire system. First, they would eat the nymphs, our star players. Second, their waste would throw the whole nutrient cycle into chaos and cause massive algae blooms. And finally, they're just not needed. The nymphs and the bacteria, they're already doing all the hard work. Okay, so the community uphold its end of the bargain. They create this perfect, thriving world for the nymph. And now we get to the payoff. The magical moment when all that invisible work becomes stunningly visible. After its long life hunting underwater, the nymph gets some kind of signal. It crawls up a reed stem, out of the water. Its old exoskeleton splits open and the adult dragonfly emerges. That first flight, it's more than just biology, it's a symbol. It's the ecosystem itself saying thank you. The covenant is honored. This place is whole. And the work just continues in the air. A single adult dragonfly can munch on between 100 and 400 flying insects. We're talking mosquitoes here every single day. They become the community's beautiful, elegant, and tireless aerial protectors. And this is just a perfect example of a permaculture idea called stacking functions. You've got the dragonflies patrolling by day, hunting with their incredible eyesight. Then, at dusk, the bats take over, hunting by sound. Together, they create this seamless 24-hour natural defense system against pests. How cool is that? So, when you see those dragonflies darting through the air, it's not just a pretty sight. It's a living checklist. It means the water is pure. Check. The ecosystem is in balance. Check. The community is protected. And most importantly, the promise has been kept. Check. I want to leave you with this really powerful idea. The nymph isn't just some creature in the water. In a way, it is the intelligence of the water. It embodies the health, the balance, the very wisdom of the living system itself. And that really leads to the final thought here. The Dragonfly Covenant offers this profound shift in how we see things. It asks us to think about a totally different definition of progress, one based not on what we can dominate, but on our ability to create the conditions for all of life to flourish. I mean, what could we create if that was our #1 goal?